in my eyes. This is my time. Step up, rise up, fight first, bring it on.
This video is dedicated to a particular individual that I have somewhat of a respect for. And if you're thinking this is pure, non-alcoholic drink, yes, that's not going to be the case. But this video goes out to Mark Dolan, as this is my next SWF Remus Talks on the White Wolf himself, a former hardcore champion, and God knows what other champions he's been. You know, out of a lot of wrestlers in SWF, including Robert DeCaro, he's one of the few that I respect. You want to know why? Because back in his day, if he wanted something, he'd take it. If he didn't like something, he'd do something about it. He was no nonsense. He loved to play around with his targets whenever he wanted to, and he made sure to make his belts the best ones that there were, the most relevant titles that you could hold. He made everything around him important. And he made a lot of enemies along the way, most notably Crimson, Sidesplitter, just two of many. He was one of the biggest deals in the company for quite some time. He was the face of SWF. Where did it all go wrong, Mark Dolan? Where did it all go so horribly wrong? You see, I wasn't around for whatever time that was, but I was there when I saw your match against Crimson. This was the same event where I had first gained my Sheffield belt. And it was a hardcore match. One of the first I had ever seen. This'll need more. I had never seen anything like it in my life, despite all of the stuff I've been up to. You see, I knew you to be one of the greatest hardcore specialists within SWF. And you were with someone else who specialises in hardcore. But what happened, Mark? The master of hardcore, the White Wolf himself, former hardcore champion, you lost. After everything I've been hearing about you, you lost. It's almost beggars belief. It's leaving me speechless, that particular event. Just one thing before I do go further into this, Mark. Please don't end up like the rest of the part-timing gits in SWF. I have somewhat of a level of respect for you and what you were able to do in your past. And for you to hardly turn up now, it's just insulting to the rest of us full-timers, which you would still be a part of if you start turning up more often. The last time I saw you was at Redemption, and you were in a triple threat with Drac and Lawrence for his world title. Do you want to know? Do you remember what happened at the end of that? Because I do. Me and DeCaro running in and causing all the havoc on Drac and Sidesplitter. Who was the person we missed out of that? Deliberately missed. It was you, Mark. You want to know why we missed you? It's simple, really. DeCaro was more than happy to take you out, but for me, I said, leave him be. Yes, leave him be. I have a level of respect for the former White Wolf, the former hardcore champion, one of the greatest in SWF, the former face of the company. Someone where if you spoke about SWF, you were the first person that came to mind. That was my mark of respect to you. Me not beating you down. Even though I easily could have. Here's the thing. The respect, in terms of that, ends here. I have no reason to say anything nice about you. I have no reason to say anything good about you or to defend your actions. Because for me, your prime, who you used to be, is long in the past. You are in the present, and the present is that I am now the face of the company. I am everything that you were, and better. Intercontinental champion, uncrowned. Cruiserweight champion, Sheffield champion, 2-time at that. And I suppose you can throw the 24/7 championship into there, but that doesn't really matter. I have been successful everywhere I have been. And I am even starting to get some pull in other companies. But here's the thing, Mark. Despite all your accomplishments, you will always be a shadow of yourself, whilst I will always be this. The best of the best. The new face of the company. The name that everybody thinks about whenever they think of SWF. The man who deserves to be the world champion. Is that a title you once held? Quite possibly. I don't know. You could have been so much more, Mark. You had it all. You had the right mindset as well. You went in, you took whatever you wanted, you beat down whoever you wanted, and you didn't take anything from anybody. You were the prototype of me, in a way. Everything that I am, you could see a little bit of you in. The difference is that I am far better, much more improved, and superior to you in every single way. And I am not even a copy of you. I am far more complex than you will ever be. In essence, you are a thug. A thug is not a bad thing. Compared to the rest of SWF, that might as well be a compliment. But compared to someone like me, a mastermind, a tactician, a chosen member, an elite member of the society, you are nothing. But take consolation in that you had past glories. You can rest your laurels if you so chose to. But if you continue to go on in SWF the way that you are now, you will only drag your name through the mud even more. And that will be a tragedy for someone like me. I would much rather see you go out with a bang than with a whimper, which is what is currently happening right now. But I can make that go out with a bang instead. I can give you the best send-out match you could ever want. And I could retire you if I so chose to. You're just fortunate that I don't view you as the threat that you once were. And I have more important things to do, like taking a certain world title championship away from someone. Speaking of which, Lawrence Sidesplitter, I saw your response, and I know that more will come eventually, but I am highly disappointed in you. My audience, watch. Just watch. I should have been the one that was the #1 contender for that title, not you. No. You don't deserve it.
a speedboat!
It's hard to believe that you're a general manager. It's hard to believe that you're a person who runs a company. It's hard to believe that you are supposed to be mature in all of this. You may view me as a child throughout all of this, but actually I'm very mature for who I am. Because I don't just pick on anyone. I choose my targets quite well. And they always have purpose behind it. Here's the problem. Oh, here's DeCaro's response to that little video of yours.
I had to get this out here right now because I'm a little bit annoyed at what's happened. See, Remus Kane, possibly the best wrestler that has ever came into SWF, with a successful series to boot. Congratulations, by the way, 30 plus videos. Yeah, you're definitely gonna make it one day. But Lawrence Bennett, aka Sidesplitter, decided to take the utter piss. Instead of taking Remus's threats and the society seriously, he decided to take the utter joke out of us. So let me tell you this, Lawrence. If you really, really want to go down this road with us and not take us seriously, then we will have no problem taking it out on you and the ones you love. It's your choice, but I suggest this. Give Remus what he deserves, your respect, but also give him that world title shot. Because if you don't, then things are going to get very, very dangerous for you. And if you don't believe me, then believe the society. You've been warned. Don't fuck it up now.
You see, you tried to make this as an insult to me because I talk quickly? Okay. If talking quickly is truly an insult, then you're surely insulting some of the best orators of all time, even in wrestling. Mind boggled, ladies and gentlemen. If you talk fast in SWF, or you even have so much as any mic skill whatsoever, it is a bad thing to have. It is something that's, oh my god. You instantly turn into a freak because of it. What kind of message is that supposed to send? And don't lie, Lawrence. Don't lie about not watching my show. I know damn well you've been watching my show. You couldn't have pulled up that clip of me if you hadn't been watching my show. And do you remember probably 8 or 10 episodes back, you were begging me not to attack the rest of the roster because of my little threats. So it's quite clear you've been watching. Don't lie to everyone. Don't make yourself out to be something that you aren't. And I know that's really hard for a slippery piece of shit like you to do, but why don't you just stay still and accept who you are for just 2 fucking seconds? You are nothing more than a little side bitch who cannot accept the reality of someone being better than him. You look at everyone else in SWF and you see them with 10 times more potential than you ever will, and it drives you fucking insane. It drives you to the point that you will ostracize anyone who has more potential, more talent, and more professionalism than you ever will. That's why you hate me the most. Because I am always the better man out of all of us. I have far more talent, far more dedication, and far, far better experience in the ring than you ever will. You can have your 7, 8 years and stick it up your arse. You will never be as good as me, and that little video proves it. You see how I'm doing these, Lawrence? You see how I'm making these videos and how I put myself across? It's 10 times better than that shit little video of yours. It's fitting that you decided to choose the principal from Recess, actually. Yes, I know my kids' cartoon shows. You see, if anything, I'm not the principal from Recess, no. I can't remember their names, I'm afraid. But even if you were to choose any of those characters, and you know which ones I'm talking about, the main characters, the males at least, though there are some quite strong female characters in that as well. The principal is always trying to crack down on them every single time with the help of his little underling, snivelling student, who could easily be replaced with any of your closest allies, Crimson, Crisis, Daniel Banner, your girlfriend slash fiancé, the Black Widow. You are the principal in all this, a total totalitarian. Someone who can't accept anything different but his own law. But we don't care about your rules, we don't care about you or your friends. If anything, another way to describe you would be a blue-blooded monarchy. You give out the best opportunities to those who kiss your ass, who suck up to you in every single way, or you think are close to you by blood. Anybody else who proves themselves through merit and accolade, if they don't show you respect, you don't give them any in return. You don't give them anything, despite their talents. You're not a manager. You're a dictator, and I already said that ages ago. And it's the truth. You're a childish, small, hot-headed, egotistical chicken. Chicken shit at that. And it's not like you can't get serious. You only have to look at the match that you had with Mark Dolan, the subject of today's video, and you can see that you take things quite seriously, and you are even willing to put yourself through hardcore matches to try and put him down. But I found it interesting that in that match, the ending was cut. Why would that be? Is it because you may have lost that match? You don't want people to see you losing. That's why you hate me, because I've already beaten you twice. And you can't handle it. You are much more of a child than I could have ever have thought. Do you need your fiancé to tuck you into bed? Read you a bedtime story? Give you some milk, so then you don't have bad dreams at night? You are a disgrace to everything that is wrestling, and Mark Dolan, I hope you're hearing all of this. That's how you rip into someone. That's how you tear someone down without even having to use your fists. Proof that I'm far better at this game than you ever will be. And nothing will change that. And White Wolf, if you have anything to say about that, I suggest you talk. I suggest you say what's on your mind. And I'll be more than happy to watch. And I'll be more than happy if you challenge me to step into that ring and teach you why I am now the best there is. Leave a like, share and subscribe, and click up here so you can vote on which wrestler to talk about next, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can stay updated with all future videos. As you could see from a recent video, I managed to make it into another company. UKW at that. And Mr. Tommy Dillon, I saw your post. You're already taking me more seriously than most. Just more proof that I am better than any of you. I'll see you all in the next video.